You would have played against each other on a number of occasions, both as rivals and as teammates. How has these games been for you, UWI Games 2019?
For me, it has been good. This is my first UWI Games, and it was a good experience for us, for me and the team.
You say that?
Yeah, for me, this is my third. I think it's my third UWI Games, and I've enjoyed all of them. You know, I love the rivalry. I love the competitiveness. So I really enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to having some more of that. Right.
So what are your expectations out of this game?
For tonight, man, last game we go all out, have fun, enjoy the game. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, we leave it on the court. This is the last game. Put it out there.
If you guys had the option of taking the court yourself as players, would you take that opportunity?
I would. I'd enjoy it.
Of course I would. Come on. I definitely would. I see where I can score a point or two.
Yeah, man.
Then there you have it. They believe that they could score a point or two. I'm not sure about that, how age would work against them, or but it's friendly rivalry. They're friends on court and off court. And just enjoy the game, gentlemen. And it was good having you here. You're home, and you're always welcome on Mona campus. Just home. All right.
Cool.
And we are about to enter the final male match of these UWI Games and the final volleyball game of these UWI Games, as a matter of fact. And it's St. Augustine versus the Mona campus. Both teams consider themselves not only as friends but as rivals. But whenever it is that they travel here to Jamaica, they partner up with the Mona team. And when we travel to Trinidad, we partner up with them. And you would have seen it a while ago. Both coaches would have played against each other and played with each other. So I know that it is nothing sheer fun that is going to be had here this evening. And just stay on the edge of your seat. Grab your popcorn, get some water. If you want to grab a beer, ready. It's going to be an entertaining game. And just stay with us for live coverage, ball-to-ball action. And good evening again, and for all of those joining us via live stream, welcome and stay welcome. It's going to be a very exciting game. It seems as if our first official for this male match is going to be War, and the second referee is going to be Mr. Wanga. The table ref officials are Dr. Sandrika Young and Seymour. It's going to be a very entertaining game, I can tell you. The number 15 from the Mona team in the last UWI Games actually played against Mona for St. Augustine. The number 24 is a former man of Kville as well. The number 12 from the St. Augustine team played for the Kville campus in the last UWI Games. And it is not just about changing campuses, but for a number of these gentlemen, it transcends all of that because they actually believe and live the motto, the theme of the last 2 years for the campus: access, alignment, and agility, the AAA strategy. Both teams now are just playing for pride. It is a match to say who finishes second. It may not seem like a whole lot is at stake for Mona in this game, as it is already confirmed that Kville male volleyball team are the winners of these volleyball games. But Mona need to ensure that they can secure valuable points for the campus overall, so that the campus have a chance of retaining the Intercampus Games title. I am joined courtside by my former vice president and former hall chairman from the Taylor Hall, Mr. Nicholas James, who would have played his volleyball at Room Technical High School. Brilliant young man, excellent student leader. The man who they said ensured that the campus stayed alive last year by securing us a number of sponsorship. As a former president myself, I was almost tempted to say the amount of millions he would have secured for us in sponsorship last year, but some things should remain just on the document. But he did an excellent job. Mr. Nicholas James, good evening.
Good evening.
And what are your views on these games so far?
As far I say, it's pretty exciting to see the campus is competing at a very high level this year game for this season. So I'm really excited to see this match. Mona is my team, so hopefully the guys deliver.
Well, I know you used to play the sport, and age has gotten the better of you. What position is it that you normally play?
As a hit outside.
So the fact that he says he plays outside means that he is versatile at passing, defending, and attacking the ball, which would have made him an excellent outside attacker. Now, what are your views and expectations? If it is that you're supposed to say something to the St. Augustine team, what is it that you would have said to them?
I think their strength would have to come from defending, because I know the Mona team has some brilliant attackers. I know Shavar is a very brilliant attacker as well. So their thing will be in defending.
And the game have started and the score is 1-0. Mona is serving. Sigrid just served a while ago and the St. Augustine team allowed the ball just to fall on the court without actually giving it an attempt to put it across the net. They cannot afford room for those errors. And just now, the ball was spiked in the lap of Kamar Sigrid. You expect him to pick up that?
I expected the Mona team to be quick in defense and also on attack. So I expected that ball should be up in the air for a set piece just now from the Mona side.
You cannot take anything away from the St. Augustine team. They're an excellent team. They're an excellent unit.
The person on St. Augustine that I'm looking forward to see a good game from will be the number 12 and number 8. I watched them before and they've played some brilliant games so far, so I'm looking forward to seeing them play.
The number 8 is probably one of the most versatile players on the team. The number 8 has played the entire game since 2017 as a setter. For a number of sets and periods during these games, we have seen him switch to playing setting and to going hitting on the right side. So you do know that he has the ability to do great things in these games.
I mean, it shows just how composed these players are and level that these guys are playing at the senior Mona game. Brilliant shot there from Mona.
That's the man they call Tavaro. They did well just now to allow the ball not to hit the court. But what you want to do when you're defending a shot like that is to get it straight up and not aim at nailing it directly. You just need to pop it up on the attack line.
Laws of physics, laws of physics.
And that's a jump roll. Ball sets on the right side.
Brilliant blocking there.
There's an attempted block just now from the number 5 from the Mona campus, Mr. Tavaro Clark. And he believed that he would have blocked the ball inside the court, but it was flushed outside.
Precisely.
When you're attempting to block that, you want to go for the stuff block, but most time you really and truly just need to jump with your hand and turn your hand and angling the ball to position 6.
Yeah.
It's the safest thing to do.
I prefer the ball be defended and back in play than outside, honestly. See Shavar there going up.
That's one of his better. But he attacks very well from position B. He's an outside attacker, but you expect him to attack from position B. But you really don't understand why is it that he approaches the ball so timidly when he came in front court. When he's sitting from the backcourt, he puts everything in his swing.
That's true, because I watch him when I play against him in inter block and play with him for inter hall as well. So I know his strength is in the middle. So we'll see how he goes throughout the game.
And the score is now 4-3. That was an outside serve just now from the man himself, Cash. And he's just saying he doesn't know what he did a while ago. But the volleyball is such an aerodynamic sport. The least thing that you do to the ball will respond. The ball reacts to touches.
Naturally. And to be honest with you, I wasn't looking, I didn't think that the game would be so close in the early stages. I think that one team would already be dominant. You see it's now 4-all, so it's an exchange of scores just now.
And I beg to disagree. If it is that this St. Augustine team had played against this Mona team on Sunday, then it would have been a fair statement. But based on what I saw from both teams the other night, it was clear to me that the game would have been an even-Steven encounter. Sunday evening, if the Mona team ran into the St. Augustine team, the Mona team would have lost. The
Agreed.
St. Augustine team played a very high volleyball game, fast volleyball game. It's just that the Cable campus was the better team on the day.
Yeah.
And there you have a serve from the captain himself, sets to the left side.
There goes number 8 again.
And the ball is there's an attempted block, but the block is
Inside, yeah.
outside. Whenever it is that you're going to block that ball in that position, and because it is that they keep going for a flush shot, they need to seal the net.
You must ensure that everything is sealed off with your wrist going over.
And that's your player serving, the number 8.
That's my number as well.
I do understand that.
Oh,
And the number 9 and the number 1 collided a while ago. They would have played together at National Juniors. They would have played together for intramural sports as well. So both of them live on Taylor, and both of them are
Interblock.
their butchers. is hustling. Now what you must note as well about the libero is that the number 5 that is currently playing libero, he did not play libero Sunday evening. The libero.
The depth of the team is amazing for St.
Was
Augustine.
number 9. Well, excellent pass. Sets on the outside. And he goes for the line shot. He gets it off the block. The referee was almost taken off the stance a while ago.
Holding firm. Holding firm.
The score, I think, should be 14, yes, and it should be now 12 serving 14. And the score is reflecting 12 serving 14 now. He serves a good float serve. Wexton receive.
Quick.
Through the middle.
Ooh.
And Goggles. I wasn't the one that gave him the name.
Goggles.
The spectators were calling him Goggles. And I just said, he sounds like a good name, Goggles. He is not the tallest middle blocker.
He's not.
He reminds me of a man they call Delroy. He wasn't the tallest middle blocker. He got off the ground very well, and he used to bounce the ball, and he enjoyed hitting the ball into position.
Very good vertical. Very good vertical.
With this young man, and I hope he continues to play, and he'll develop, certainly as a player, is to get more versatility in his shot.
I just sense more. I just sense more unity from the Augustine team.
Ooh. He tries. It wasn't. And it's a familiar chair in volleyball. Outside. And I don't think spectators who play understand the difficulty taking that shot. The ball is set tight on the inside. The block is right there. The only way to go for that ball is either you're going to go for a roll, you're going to dig the ball, or you're going to try and wipe it. And based on what I think was a wipe shot.
Yeah, and chip outside. Either way.
The difficulty is that he went directly for position 4, as opposed to trying to wipe the ball off the block.
Well, he went outside, and there's a point to St. Augustine, and you see they're in high spirits right now.
And the score is 16 serving 12. We are at our second technical timeout. St. Augustine is feeling it. I'm not sure Mona is feeling it.
No.
Even though they have lost the volleyball competition here at home, it breaks my heart to say it as a man who won it before.
True.
They need to play.
I just think there's more urgency on St. Augustine's side. I think they're more eager to play. I think they're enjoying it more. I think they want it more.
When you spoke of urgency now, are you trying to say they have a fly to catch?
Either way, they're playing at a higher level right now. More composed, so to speak.
But to me, certainly, almost every single player on the St. Augustine team have played at the national level. Every player on court at the moment on the Mona team have played at
national level. Agreed.
So I'm expecting high intensity volleyball. I'm expecting excellent volleyball playing. And
as I've mentioned before, the area that St. Augustine needs to work on really is defense. And we've seen that now where they're having a hard time to pick up the balls that are coming over from set pieces.
But the score is saying, and I'm sure people will have a lot to say about that because he called that double just now. And it seems as if the Cable supporters who just watch the Cable game want for the referee for St. Augustine to win.
He's pulling a card.
And he's guarding the St. Augustine team. And I think it was because they were protesting the call just now. And what I as a player, as a man who have gotten many cards, people who are joining us online, let's just say in my younger days when I was playing, I got a lot of cards, especially from the second referee that is here today. And it's a good set. And it's outside. I'm not sure if
That's outside.
Mr. Clark purposely left.
That's outside. That's outside. That's a clear outside. That is a clear outside. But he's calling it a chip off. He did not pick up any player from one sitting and directly behind the Mona team. But whatever he says goes. Whatever he says goes.
The referee's call is final.
Off the block.
And what you don't want is for the players to become too caught up with the referee. You have to play. Leave the referee. And I think both campuses would have played in a number of competitions. They may not do exactly what you want them to do. But here what? You put the ball in the court, allow the ball to speak for itself, simple truth.
Good pick up there from St. Augustine. Ooh.
And he
That's
ran.
beautiful.
That was excellent volleyball just now. That was beautiful volleyball play now. He was just like, I have the ball.
I think both teams
Give me
did
the
well just now.
But you see, he's playing against his former team. For him, it's not just about this game. For him, it's bragging rights. It's a grudge match for him.
And the score is staying 17 serving to 16.
And guess
favor of
what?
Augustine.
Guess what? At the second technical timeout, the score was 16 serving 13. So for the last 2 minutes or so, St. Augustine have only scored 1 point.
Agreed. So I think they're still going to find their rhythm. I'm very hopeful of the Mona team, but I think this set will ultimately go to St. Augustine.
When Mona players listen to this game afterwards and they watch the game afterwards, they're going to be upset because I'm suspecting that this game is going 5 sets.
Yeah. Mona players seem very tense. They seem more aggressive. But the St. Augustine team, I think they're playing more of a unit, together as a unit. So let's see what.
And that's a pass. Ball set outside.
Beautiful play there. Scrambling.
And you are not expecting for that to happen. It was casual. It was a very casual play. It was a casual jump, casual ball in the net. Please to know, his teammates did a lot of work to recover that ball just now.
I'm known for those plays. My coach normally would give me a beating for those plays. I'm known for those casual touches.
I don't support this beating business that he's speaking about. I continue to be very bad. And that is excellent block. Excellent defensive work. That is beautiful defensive work. Excellent pass here from the number 8. Ball set outside. Number 45. Excellent defensive work. And the ball is set. And he hits the ball outside. And he says the ball is going off the block. I didn't see the ball touch the block.
I did not.
But he said
it's a very intense game here.
And it's 19 serving 16. That was beautiful forward a while ago.
I wish you guys were here to see that play. It was very beautiful.
They are seeing it online. They are seeing that beauty.
It was
As a matter of fact, they can go back and look at it.
Again,
you and I have to just depend on memory.
Oh,
that's an excellent point.
Beautiful.
The number 12 is going to be very disappointed in himself just now for not allowing it. And the referee's taking a long time to ask about captain's approach to stand. The game is getting very intense.
Very intense.
Volleyball is a violent sport. I hope it doesn't move beyond ball work.
I'm one who's also very critical of referees. But when I'm playing, I normally ensure that they know that I'm serious about this game. I don't joke with this game at all. So I know these teams are very, very serious as well.
Let us just hope the supporters stay involved but don't get overly involved in the game.
Just far they're behaving themselves well. Hope it continues that way.
Free ball. Libero to pass.
Oh, that was too cheap. That was too easy. The number 7 and Sigrid to have the block up just now.
And you are leaving it up to the block. I wouldn't have left it up to the block. They have taken the timeout at 8:20 serving 17. I wouldn't have left it up to the block. For me, the libero should have passed the ball. The libero's job is to pass and defend. So if there's a ball coming over, the libero needs to pass the ball properly so that the setter can get to run the play. You can't afford an overpass on a free play.
I said Mona just needs to work on their organization, bringing the ball from the first play over to the net. So once they get that right, they should be good because they can defend. I'm sure they can defend.
Well, we would have seen excellent flow work from James just now in defending the ball. But you don't want to be playing in spurts. You don't want to be having a Hilo goalie rider game. You want to have the ability to play consistent volleyball for 3 sets, 4 sets, 5 sets. You cannot only want to play volleyball for 1 point.
And at this stage, I'm seeing where St. Augustine team, they're the ones who are actually playing a very smooth game right now. They haven't lost the lead since the game started. So let's see, that was a beautiful quick. So you see the strength in Mona team, they can hit the ball.
Yeah, but my thing is, everybody thinks they can hit the ball. If you cannot pass, you can't get the ball to hit. If a team is going to put the ball in your court, if you can't stop them from putting the ball in your court, you already lost the game. So outside of having the ability, the Mona team must have the ability to defend.
Goes back again to organization.
And I do think the officials are trying to, the players are trying to say to the official that somebody has a flash on their phone and need to go. And in number 12, and that is an excellent block. Bailout set to the number And it goes up, and that's an excellent kill.
That was a beautiful save there from St. Augustine team.
I would just put it down to a beautiful save, Mr. Jones. What I put it down to is vision. It's an outside attacker. Outside attackers are used to getting dirty ball. You don't get the best set.
True.
I think setters love their right sides and the middle. They give them beautiful ball. But when it comes down to giving the ball to your outside attacker, and my commentator is saying, let's go, Sigrid. And that is outside.
Overtouch there.
Just a little bit too strong on a push there. The score is now 19-21. The game is still an even starter game. There isn't a winner of the game as yet. I think it's going to go to 5 sets. I don't know who's going to win the first set. I didn't proclaim that part of it.
I'm sure it will go to 5 sets. I have no doubt in that. I just want to see who first will get to set point.
And that is off the block. Now, the number 5 and the number 24 have been going. They have been going for stop blocks all night. At that particular time, it was ever their time you wanted to flag up an individual. That was the time.
Agreed.
Which, to me, they aren't focusing on the game. Not a bad set. And he goes on the line. That is a kill.
That's how you bounce a ball on the court.
That is a kill.
That's how you bounce a ball on the court. It's beautiful.
That's a beautiful box. There was a time in my younger days I could think about it. Didn't say I could do it, people. I said I would think about it. You cannot serve in the net.
At this stage, you cannot serve in the net, my friend. It's way too late in the game to serve in the net right now. You need to be more composed.
I think the difficulty with this Mona team is that they know they have lost a championship at home. I don't think this team realizes that the rest of the campus is depending on them to deliver the second place.
I think the Mona players are playing for themselves individually. I don't think they're playing as a unit as yet.
That's a kill. Now, what do you say to your players who went for the triple block? There was a free ball coming over. You normally expect, you see it's a free ball, kind of take down your hand unless you're going to stop the ball. Allow the libero to pass the ball, or the outside attacker that's in the backcourt to help out the passing.
Beautiful play there.
Excellent floor work. Excellent floor work. That was beautiful defending just now.
Oh.
And
Stop.
they, what you recognize, I'm not sure if you recognize it, but the outside attackers from the Mona team, they are going for the shorter blocker. No. The shorter blocker, 17. Everything is getting hit down the line.
Send someone in the backcourt to cover him.
Or you could block line and send him cross court.
But pick up ball when it comes over. Agreed.
Your libero is at position 5. Your outside attacker is defending position 6.
Defend the line.
Block line. You realize they're going line. Block line and force them to hit your stronger defensive player.
And force the player to go inside. We have more players to defend.
It's 22 serving 23.
Very
Number
close
5
game
to
here.
serve. Last time he served in the net. Excellent float serve. It's a set to position. Now, the number 7, I think he is playing a mental war against himself.
Okay, so it's set point for the St. Augustine team right now. Game is now 24-22.
Number 1 to serve. Excellent float server. He's going to go for the float serve. He's going to position. He serves the ball outside. 23-24. I mean, if there's a time that you not serve tough as a team, you don't serve tough as a player, it's at game point. At game point, you're like, I'm getting this ball over the net. You all need to block for it. I'll defend.
You just defend.
Excellent float serve. Excellent pass there from the number 1. Ball set on the outside. It's actually a double.
Oh, too easy. That was too easy. That was too easy. And St. Augustine, as I predicted, will take the first set. The score is 25-23.
Now, it's a mind game that is being played right now.
For
It's
me,
clear.
I just think the Mona team need to play as a unit. That's my thing.
But how can you ask him for a team to be playing as a unit when they're playing volleyball? Volleyball is a team sport. So without a doubt, given they should be playing as a unit.
The organization from the libero to the setter to the hitter, for me, it's very off. It's so off that whenever we see good organization from Mona, that's when we get a good bounce on the court.
And those of us who are joining online and hearing the sound of my voice, please note he said bounce on court. That means this is one of the sort of volleyballers that believe for the game to look good, you need to be bouncing the ball in the court. A dink will score. That's a point. A bounce will score. That's a point. You hit the ball off the block. That's a point. You net. That's a point. You double. That's a point. You carry. That's a point. Persons love to see bounce because it echoes and it behaves. It shows you have a lot of muscle, a lot of testosterone.
Not necessarily. It just shows the technique it takes to bring the ball from that height down directly on the court and the pace.
But you have played against me for a number of years. How often have I hit the ball flush in the court and bounce it?
As I said, the bounce to me and to even persons online would seem, well, not that seem, it looks more professional in a sense. It looks like you have more technique.
But that is just the spectacle of it.
That is it.
The game is played in split second. The player that can jump and realize that there are exposed fingers available and spike the ball using the fingers to me is a stronger player. The player that can realize that I don't need to swing to bounce is an excellent player. The player that can dink the ball in the court is an excellent player. I bring your attention to a game that was played 2 days ago. St. Augustine versus UWI Mona female. The captain of the UWI Mona team, Erica, she dinked 6 balls in a row to score to carry Mona to a 3-2 victory over St. Augustine. Now, she was bouncing everything earlier. Some of them she was even hitting outside. And she was jumping. She had a massive jump. And everybody went for the big swing. And it just a little, what they call it, a little drop in the ball. Ping. And it 6 points.
The beauty of volleyball, I think, at this level is the bounce. A player that can visualize a ball setting across the court or in the air if you go in the middle and find the gap in that split second and bounce it with that power on the court is a brilliant player. I think he's fine, but if you can visualize or can foresee a movement in that time that you get to bounce with that power, I think it makes you a brilliant player.
St. Augustine leads this volleyball match 1-0. People who are joining us online, the score that you are seeing right now is not reflecting the real intensity of this game. I'm expecting for this game to be long over. Both teams are playing very relaxed volleyball. Both teams are like, hey, we're just playing for pride here. We can't win the competition, so let's just do what I want to do. The 6 players have taken the court. The team to serve is going to be St. Augustine. The 17 is already standing on the line. The rotation has already been read for St. Augustine. They're reading the rotation now for the Mona campus. The 24 leads the court. The libero comes in now to pass in position 1. What is it that you think is going to be going through the head of the players on the Mona team?
The Mona team is, I believe they are more anxious now, more hungry to get this game level 1-1. So I believe that they'll be going for the more cautious play. You'll see from the game.
And with the St. Augustine team, what is it that you think that they're saying to themselves?
Aggression. I think they're just going to go with more confidence, and they're going to.
And I know I said it to you a while ago that Erica is actually having a conversation with the young ladies that she played against from the St. Augustine team. And the UWI Games is such a beautiful thing. It is probably one of the most functioning arms of the entire CARICOM agreement. UWI is the creme de la creme of CARICOM. It is what makes the region the region.
Remember now, I fancy myself a regionalist, and I appreciate whenever I see young Caribbean nationals get the chance, have opportunity to fly to another country. It's first time in their life for some to just exchange culture and to play the sport that they love.
We are here to commentate the volleyball, and for you to say travel to another country, I don't want to go into the realms of the political conversation that is currently taking place, that we want to be facilitating cheaper travel within the Caribbean, because it costs way less to go to the USA than to go over to Trinidad.
A return trip to Florida will cost me, let's say, 200 US maximum. To travel to Trinidad or even to Antigua will cost me, even if I do it a month, 2 months in advance, $600-700. That's way too much for
But let us leave the politics and just say to our leaders within the region, hey, we want to be properly integrated. You guys created CARICOM for us. Let us enjoy it now. It's a shank pass. Excellent save there from the number 4. He didn't give up on play. Received by the libero from MonaCampus. Ball set through the middle, and it's a bounce.
That is the volleyball I love to see. The ball in the air, less than a second.
I dare say, back in my heyday, that wouldn't have scored on me. Number 25 to serve. Serves to position 6. Excellent pass there from the libero. The ball is defended there from 25. Sets outside to number 8. He goes down the line, hits in the head.
And as you see,
I suspect that the player a while ago was trying to leave the ball, but it's very hard to get a head shot when you're leaving the ball.
It is very hard.
His name is Clark. I hope my friend Javon Clark, wherever you are, just know a while ago I gave you a shout out, because if there's anybody I expect that to happen to, it would be you. Excellent outside attacker, monster of a player.
And it goes back to what I said earlier regarding the teams and how they'll play. You see that the team from Augustine, they're playing more of a, what you call it now, a free-flowing game. It's more free-flowing for them, so they're not as focused as they were before. The Mona team with aggression, they're coming on with aggression just now. It's 3-1, serving to St. Augustine. Outside.
And that is outside.
That's an outside.
And I think there is what everybody else is seeing, and those who are not actually looking at what is the conversation taking place between the players that are on the court, would not realize that right now the number 1 from St. Augustine is taunting the number 19 from Mona. They are playing the mind game.
Point there.
This is maybe one of my favorite aspects of the game, the mind game.
I never like those calls, those nets and those. I never like those calls at all. I believe that those calls should be better regulated, because those points really affect.
Let me say, at this level you should be clinical. Excellent defensive work there. Excellent defensive work.
Off fingers. That was off the fingers.
And the players from St. Augustine are saying that's a net violation. They're calling for the touch. But Sean, the coach on the sideline, is saying it's an out. Put the ball in the court. Don't put the ball in the court.
Should be critical as a referee. I think he's not seeing some of the plays, but again, he's the man in charge. And
no, I mentioned it earlier to you about the mind game that is being played. Guess what? I can safely say to you that the number 1 has managed to get himself into the psyche of the number 19 from the Mona team.
Agreed.
Number 12 to serve, the man who formerly played for the Cable campus, serves a float serve across the net, and it's outside. Watch outside by the libero and the number 5. The libero leaves the court. The number 24 comes back into play. The number 15 to serve, the man called Cash, who is going to be serving against his former team. He serves from position 1. Straight to position 5. Excellent pass here from the number 1.
See the coach is there. I'm giving instructions. He needs this win.
And you have to understand, I think most persons who are not really familiar with volleyball, and not just familiar with volleyball, but familiar with volleyball in the Caribbean, would not know that the coach himself, Sean, is actually somebody who has played for UWI Mona Volleyball Club. He has played with the entire coaching staff of the UWI Volleyball Club. The young lady that is sitting on the bench is Cheryl Daly, a Taylor Wright and a former national standout volleyballer. And that's no block.
Too easy.
No block.
Easy.
He has played with both of them. So but it's not only about the players that are on the court. The coaching staff have a lot going against each other. It's friend versus friend.
I remember when I just started with Mona and I came for volleyball tryouts. Mr. Coach Banks asked me what school I came from. I told him from. He was like, I expect you to be performing at a very high level because you would have been coached by one of the best players in Jamaica at the time, which would be Monica Sogo.
And then we're watching next. He goes on the line, but I think that is off the net. When he says that there was actually a block, it's not a foreplay. The block is outside. Number 8 did well just now.
Game is still close. It's 5-7-7. Beautiful serve there.
I think one of the difficulties in this game is that the level of respect that both teams are showing to each other is reflective of the respect that the coaching staff has for each other. The teams are giving each other way too much respect.
And we'll see that in the future we'll see either one of these players coaching the team in time to come. So I believe this respect is important.
You need to pass better than that.
Shot there outside.
Ball outside. And you are seeing here that the line judge, there are 2 line judges. And you know what's funny? It's funny because a while ago I was trying to see if it is that I missed the touch. So when I was looking a while ago, and the line judge that is furthest from was Shamar, one of the young men that will be joining the Mona team next year as a student. When he played current place for the club, he was signaling that there's a touch. The next line official, Alisa, that plays on the female squad, signal that it's out. The ball did go out. And then the coach consulted with his blocker, who's also at number 17, and he said, yeah, it did touch me. And then the team didn't bother to protest any further. They were just like, it's a touch. Let's move on. And it's our first technical timeout.
That's the level of sport I like. When you can just
you said the St. Augustine team would come out and say, aggression. The score is 6-8. What is it that they're saying now?
I think the team will get back up. I have no doubt in Mona, but I think the St. Augustine team, they're more hungry. I still see the aggression from them. I think it's more to do with their blocking. They have carelessly allowed 3 balls to hit their court, just like that, no blocking. So number 8 at the time and the number 4 and 17, they need to be more aware.
Well, the last time the boy served, he served the ball in it. And if I'm seeing properly, as much as I'm wearing my spectacles, I think I'm seeing the man called Mr. Myers, Mr. Dalton Myers in the house, former director, and it's a spike from the 1, and he spikes the ball first into the net. I'm not sure if afterwards Mr. Myers will go and look on this clip and say, hey, just so Mr. Myers, I see you, I acknowledge your presence. Hailings the man himself, who would have not only served as an administrator of this university or lecturer at the university, but was also a student advocate, a student leader. You know? And that's another unforced error. The spike is in the net.
So we see the aggression, but there's no coordination from Mr. there, number 8.
And it's fun thing to watch. Serve to position 6, pass by 4. Ball set to number 1. There's a ding. Received by the boy. Ball's pushed on the outside. And that's a ding.
Again,
from Tavario Clark. And I do believe, and the timeout is taken, is 6-11. Very competitive game.
I was looking forward to a closer game in this set from both teams. It's still close, but I believe that I think it would have been closer. It's 11-7 in 6. I think it would have been more like 9-7.
I mean, it's 6-11. I was coaching the St. Augustine team. I basically said to my team, why aren't you scoring? The pass going up. I think one of the best passing teams in this company have been the St. Augustine team. Their difficulty most times is finishing the ball. The number 1, short fellow, he gets off the ground very well. But guess what? He wants to spike the ball using his shoulders as opposed to spiking the ball using his wrist.
Agreed.
And he probably is listening to you. He's probably saying, I need to bounce the court. If he's playing like a sharp and smart volleyballer, then he may be saying, I want to go for the hands. I need to be visual and I need to tip the ball. And There are a number of other persons inside the gymnasium. I see persons from the Mosa Volleyball Club, from Venus Volleyball Club. And thanks to them, I see Dr. Dorothy.
Dr.
Gale.
Dorothy Gale. One of my favorite sport person in the world.
And that's a poor finish coming from the 24 from the Mona team. The man called Gerard Morris Seeley would have played national juniors against a number of the persons on the Mona team that he's played. He'd have played against Mr. Palmer, Kareem Mogg, Shafar James. Kamar Sigidi didn't play juniors that time around. And that's a shank pass from the libero.
Poor touch there from libero.
The score is now 10 serving 11, 9 serving 11.
I appreciate the growth that volleyball has in the country thus far. Back in my time, we didn't have that level of competition that we have now in high school volleyball. I remember my time, and the coach used to give us jerseys with tape in the back. Now everyone is now performing at a very high level. You see play persons going overseas for scholarships and so forth to play volleyball from Jamaica.
And it's an excellent thing that you is doing. You is allowing for the, and that's probably the first shank pass I've seen all evening from the libero from the St. Augustine team. He passes very well. The only thing earlier would have probably checked is probably his defensive work.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned a while ago about the number of persons who are growing and scholarships to come here. And that's an overpass, passed by the number 19. Ball sets outside. He goes to the tip.
Oh, beautiful.
And it's an excellent block. He should have spiked that ball.
Excellent block.
Now, what I like about UWI Moon is that they continue to give scholarships not only to volleyball but to almost every single sport in this campus, and they're spreading it. And the university on a whole have established faculty of sport.
We also see where the UWI Mona is the only institution in the country that has a football team in the National Premier League for football. That was a
That's
shot
a beautiful shot.
That's what I'm talking about.
That is not bouncing the court.
The vision.
But that is not bouncing
Oh
the court.
my Lord. That's the kind of shot I'm looking for from a man like
Yeah, but that is not bouncing the court.
He saw the ball going over, he got up, swing the ball, bounce in the court.
Yeah, but I mean, your libero should be down at that particular time telling you, cross court, hit long, excellent set. He goes for it. I think he's asking for touches there, but the coach is also telling that there is no touch. Number 8 needs to recognize there was no touch a while ago. I actually was surprised he went for the cross-court shot and not hit the ball line. The block was set on the inside.
I think he saw the gap between the 4 and the 1. Oh, come on.
It's 4. That's a 4 play. The score is now 16 serving 10. We're at our second technical timeout. All right, put yourself in the player's shoe. And you are playing for St. Augustine. What is it that is going through your head now as a player?
Okay, so in my time, finals against Mushet, we're doing like this. My focus then, as a captain, was to relax and play the ball on our side, try to get it over. Not anything fancy, just try to get composure and organization from our side over to the side of the net. So that's the thing, defense and attacking as a unit.
And people, he had to make you know, just made aware, just know that it is not now that he's been involved in the business of leading and student leadership and senior government. He has to make it right. From high school, I was a captain. I was leading.
Head boy.
And see, he just shows in as well that he was head boy as well. He has to make you aware of all those things. Myself would have served as one of the head boys in the country when he was head boy at Poon Technical High School. I tell you, volleyball attracts intelligence.
It does, it does, it does.
And the score is 16 serving 10. I did say it's going to 5 sets. What's your take on it?
It will go to 5 sets. I believe that the game will close out with Mona win, but it won't be an easy win as we see now.
He went down the line, ball sets outside, and he uses the block just
outside.
now. And all right, and I was expecting for this to happen a good while ago. You see him signaling for the number 13. I can tell you what is going to happen. He's going to take out his 17. He's going to put in his 13 to block on the right side to try and shut down that shot. Excellent serve. Received by number 1. Beautiful pass on the attack line. Big set. He goes, he rolls the ball. Defended, not the best of defending. Ball's played.
Backward. Good.
The bear to defend. Balls to number 8. Ball's blocked.
Too easy. That was way too easy there.
Now, the number 17 is going to come off the court. The number 8 is going to become the setter. The 13 is coming in to block.
It's,
Can he stop Shavar James at the net?
that is where the team needs more organization in blocking. Well, in defense overall, for St. Augustine team, they have been losing the
That's a serve outside. But I think most persons make a mistake in terms of blocking. You don't need to stop block the ball. You need to use a defensive block, get a touch on the ball, slow down the ball, give your team a chance to get the ball.
It's a very big player, number 13, so let's see what he has.
He has a
vertical.
good serve. Now, the setter comes back in because he's no longer blocking.
He comes out. The same thing comes back in. So we see the role that the coach is assigned to these players. Again, defensive work for St. Augustine has fallen off.
Would you call that as a bounce?
Not in its entirety.
That as a bounce?
Not in its entirety. But it was a very good play. I believe that ball should have been blocked or defended. The power, the speed, way off. Outside. Oh.
And that's a serve outside. It is now 12 serving 19. The first referee has called the second referee to approach the stands. And I'm seeing a number of standouts from the St. Augustine team inside the gymnasium, the female team. The number 4, wearing her usual head wrap. The number 4 is there. Excellent pass and defensive play. I see her there. Libero is there as well, and the setter. I think the best setter in this competition, if you were supposed to match her up against the males as well, would have been the female setter from the St. Augustine team. She has been setting some beautiful balls. And she doesn't only just, she chases, she hustles. And the line official as well has approached the stands as well to signal. I'm not sure what is so off about this point. It's just 1 point. Miss Sherry Richards is also here this evening. She is the SSDM at the Georgia Lane Hall. Volleyball standout, track and field, football, rugby. What is it that this lady cannot do? Number 4 to serve, 12 serving 19. Received by the libero. He's going to take he's carrying in, taking out the 8 for the 10.
I think the game is far out of the reach of St. Augustine, but we'll see what happens.
10 will be going on the right side. Sets to the number 1, and it's a block. Now, I'm not sure how many persons understanding what is happening there. The timeout is taken at 12 serving 21. As an outside, somebody will have hit on the outside before. If I play a ball in block like that, it comes off. Like, I'm expecting for my team to pick it up.
That should have been, I'm saying, the defensive work from St. Augustine has fallen off in this set. I think they need to regroup and try to work on the defensive techniques and defensive organization.
You're the Mona team. You lost the first set, 25-23. What is it that you say to yourself? You're saying to yourself now as a team, leading 21-12.
Keep going, keep pushing harder, keep the aggression, keep going.
Our officials, the first referee, War, former national libero, Bang, man from the excellent pass there, set to the number 10. He gets blocked, defended, and the number 1 hits the ball.
Second time, same result.
No, mental capacity comes into play. He spent the first part of the set getting into the head of the number 19. You think he wasted energy getting to the number 19 instead of focusing on his game?
I agree, I think so.
Excellent pass. 12 spikes. And he hits it flush outside. Now they are taking out the number 1. They're carrying in the number 9 who played Sunday evening as the libero. Now in international competition, if you start the competition as a libero, you cannot now and the number 12. Excellent defensive work there by the catch. You're not expecting and it's an excellent set. Excellent kill. And Tavares in the net. And the point goes to St. Augustine. And it is 13 serving 23. Now, as I was saying before, in the international game, if it is that you're playing libero, you cannot move from playing libero to going and hitting. But guess what? You can move from hitting to coming and playing libero. But I believe they have, the AAA access, alignment, and agility. They're ensuring that every single student participating in these games have a chance of participating. That is access. That is agility.
Alignment. Mona campus principles and policies.
That's a very soft thing to score. I see Cheryl and Sean are on the bench. They are planning for the next set already. They have given up on this set at 24 serving 13. Cash to serve. What an excellent defensive play just now. And he serves in the net. Serving in the net is such a dangerous thing to do.
10-point lead still in favor of the Mona team.
I don't know why you would acknowledge the margin of points. For me, it's solely about playing clean and good volleyball. I don't care money pass. Excellent defensive work. That's a double.
Beautiful power round play there.
Now, you realize nobody's shouting, hey, why you didn't call a double? Based on the situation, you can't call a double there. You'd be the harshest referee to do that. True. Excellent serve. Strong pass from the libero.
And a poor pass here from the libero for Mona.
16-24. No, I'm a libero. You need to step back. The man is serving a massive float serve. Step out of the pass. I see the right side is now in the pass. And he serves the ball outside. That is not the way you want to lose a set. You don't want to lose a set by serving the ball outside. You want to lose a set by the team burying the ball in their court, or you attempting to block and it goes off the block, but not serving the ball outside.
The game is now leveled. One set each for the players, so let's see what happens now.
Well, it's only 5 sets, and guess what? 1-1 Coca full basket.
See if the team will draw or if there will be a winner at the end of this.
We are now through 2 sets in this, the final volleyball game of these UWI Games 2019. 2 of the better volleyballing teams in the whole UWI family for 4 campuses are currently playing against each other. St. Augustine and the Mona campus. The sets are 1 apiece. And I did say it was going to be an even Steven this evening. Both teams have the ability to take us through the evening right up to about 10 o'clock Jamaican time. Because guess what? I called it from earlier that we're going to have 5 sets this evening. If they give us 4, it's not so bad. But Mona team seems as if they're ready to play. The St. Augustine team need to tighten up on a number of their blocking errors and their spiking errors. They're spiking a great deal of balls into the net. Now, you don't need to hit the ball flush into the court. Look for the longest area of the court. The longest area of your court is spiking to the apex. You spike to the apex, you stand a better chance of scoring. You're hitting at the longest area. Why not go for the longest area of the court? Spike for the apex of your court. That's what they need to do. The Mona team have fixed their passing errors. And by fixing their passing errors, they're scoring. I must say, even though the libero, Mr. Karim Mog, shanked a pass just now, he has been having an excellent passing game. But I think of the 2 liberos on court, the libero from St. Augustine is having a marvelous game. He's an excellent player. I'd have loved to see him spike on Sunday, but it seemed because of the pass and defensive errors that they had Sunday evening, he's now regulated, or should I say demoted or promoted. Any way you want to look on it, if you're a spiker, you're demoted. But if you weren't getting any game as a spiker, then it's a promotion to becoming the passing and defensive specialist for your team. outside of the setter right now, you are the only specialist on the team. And if there is a specialist of a specialist, you are the specialist. And we are back at court side. St. Augustine is making a bag of knives. Mona is making a bag of knives. Mona to serve. Get all. Mona to serve. Mona has somehow changed her rotation. There was a mix-up in the lineup just now. And I was having a conversation with one of the referees here today. He's one of the table officials, Mr. Seymour, and I was saying to him that I hope you're reffing the finals on Friday in Club League, which I've been playing in myself. And he's saying, why? And I'm like, you're one of the better referees. And he said, like, there's this view by many that referees hate Mona, the team in red. And they're like, no, we will call everything against Mona as opposed to next team because Mona is superior to the next team. So then we're not allowing you guys margin of errors. And I'll say to my teammates, excellent big set. Inside. One serving nil. And that's a net violation there just now from the St. Augustine team. And the referee was saying to me just now that if I realize that there are occasions when a team like Open Campus would double the ball and they allow the game to play and they're like, we need to give the persons online something to watch. We need to allow the game to flow, make the game TV friendly. And that's another net. These teams are netting away. You need to come out with the net. Now, people who are watching us online, it is not the easiest thing not to net. It is so easy to net. Excellent pass, beautiful pass here, ball set on the inside. He dinks the ball to the line, excellent ding, excellent pass, good set. And the ball is a foreplay, and the number one spikes that ball into the net. I'm also seen present here this evening the man called Megu. Some people know him as Happy Frog, some people know him as Dapper, but he's a facilities manager here for UWI Mona Campus. Excellent young man. He would have played volleyball in his younger days as well. Excellent set, and that's a double. I would have called that one. It's an off-speed ball from the number 19. It managed to score. The last time he tried something that is cheeky, he got a massive block. And the score is 3-2. Cash to serve. Serves against his former team. Sends across a float serve. Received by the libero. Set to the number 8 right side. Off the block. Number 19 passes the ball. 7-7 over a free ball. Received by the libero. They'll run the right side again. He goes the block. Back on that side of the court. Set. Ball's outside. And that's a beautiful block. Ball defended. Passed by the number 15. Ball's outside. Adjusted by the number 5, but he spikes the ball into the net. At that particular time, when you are caught in that position, you don't want to go for a little cute shot. Hit the ball long to position 5, to the longest area of the court. Yes, it wasn't a perfect set. You didn't get the set that you wanted, but there are still things you can do with the ball. Pass by the libero. That's a double. That's a beautiful pass. The score is 4-3. You don't need to find your strongest attacker in that pass. Number 12 serves. Received by the libero. That's an excellent pass. Ball's outside. And he gets a stop block. And that is a donation to his house. And everybody is signaling that that's a rule. He knows that if he's going to start his house anytime soon, that is a donation to the construction of his house. That's a massive block. Number 12 to serve. He floats to position 6. Received by number 19. Ball set. And again, you see them using the outside blocker. Now, the more teams into the team that enjoys spiking ball, they love to hit the ball. but they don't enjoy passing the ball. But they guess what? For them to continue to score like that, they need to pass the ball. Number 7 to serve, the captain. He serves from position 1. He serves to position 5 directly in front of him. Setter sets the ball through the middle. It's a big ball, is dug over free. Setter. And it's a free ball, defended, almost defended by the libero. Just a little pokey there. There wasn't any real contact on the ball just now. Mona gets to serve again. The score is 5, serving 5. This gymnasium is not as packed as it was 2 days ago when the Mona team played against Kayville team. And I guess because it tells you clearly, even those who are viewing online, that the Mona St. Augustine game was a bigger game. Good serve. Position 5 by set number 8. It goes off the block. And the first official signals for a net violation just now. And the score is 6-7-5. I'm not going to repeat the word that I heard that was expressed just now from the number 5. The number 8 serves. Received. Overpass. And it's a spike that is outside from the number 13. I see Mr. Shabar James rolling the ball to me. I'm not sure if he's saying, Grant, come and take piece of this game. Sir, I'm happily retired and I'm enjoying my retirement from the intercollegiate competition and from these UWI Games. The score is 6-6. Something happened just now that I missed that made the coaching staff very animated just now from the Mona team. The lines official that played also for the St. Augustine team is very animated. She's smiling as well. On another of our line judge played as well for the St. Augustine team. Number 5 to serve. Serves a strong float serve. The 17 ball set outside to number 1. And that is a massive block. But it's blocked outside. And even though that ball went outside just now, it is sort of what you want to see from your team. You want your team to block the ball going to position 6. You just wait just behind position 6. Number 1 to serve. The score is 7-6. Almost approaching our first technical timeout pass by the 19. The number 4 a while ago was too eager to block that ball. I think he figured that was an easy ball to block and thus ended in the net. .24 to serve, 7-7. The next point will bring us to our next technical timeout. Free ball, passed by the 17. Big set to the 5. He goes through the middle, received by the number 8. Ball set outside, defended by the number 5, but he just managed to get the ball shooting straight ahead a while ago instead of getting the ball high and up in the air, giving his team a chance to play. And I tell people, when you're defending, I say to my teams most time, and it comes with experience after a while. When you're spiking, when you're passing the ball rather, you want to nail the ball to the setter. But when you're defending the ball, the man is hitting the ball at 190 miles per hour. You can't take off all that pace to get a perfect pass to your setter. You need to defend the ball high to the attack line. High to the attack line gives your setter time to run, to move from wherever it is that he or she is located, and put up a set. You don't need to nail it. He's still thinking about nailing a spike. You just need to defend the spike. But it's an even-Steven match at the moment. We're at our first technical timeout. It's 8-7. The teams are really just measuring up against each other. The coaching staff is measuring up against each other. And later on, they'll probably look at each other and just smile and say, your team is not good or my team was better, but here what? The man who wins will get out the last say. The first referee seemed as if he would want to be a part of the excitement in the stand. St. Augustine is starting a little party. And Mona's supporters are relaxed. And you know, if they were supposed to start a party in the side of the gymnasium just now, it would turn into a whole carnival, a whole bacchanal. But we want to focus on the match on court, and the 6 players have taken the court just now from Mona, and 6 players on court from St. Augustine. So all 12 players on court, 13 to serve. Received by 19, set outside to the 19. Spiked just now to position 5. Received by number 13. 25 to serve, 8 serving 8, and it is 1-1 in sets. And that's a dump just now from the number 17. My assistant commentator earlier the analyst himself, Mr. Nicholas James, made it clear that he thinks height is a factor, but not from my perspective. That's a ball spike down the line. Wasn't the best of set. And most times you see the number 7 approach the ball, you're wondering, is he really going for a swing? He has an excellent arm swing, and he hits the ball fast. He delays his arm swing, but somehow the ball comes out fast to the number 4. And that's a big block. Himself, not the tallest of spikers, but he's a very good spiker. And like all spikers, he enjoys trying to bounce the ball in court. But if he was supposed to just pretend he was on the beach now, and well, they say you can't open palm tip on the beach, but just tip the ball to position 4, he would have scored. He's passed. The setter is in the backcourt from St. Augustine team. Setter is also in the backcourt from the Mona team. Both teams playing the same rotation. 19 to serve from 1 to position 1. Shank 104. Big balls inside. I'm not sure who would have called for the out play a while ago, but I did hear an out shout from way on top of the net. Not your call. And it's 10-all. And the measuring competition continues. Like the score, it is even Steven in set. 10 serving 10. Serve received by the libero. And that is maybe the first spiking error that I can recall of the evening for the number 15 of the Mona campus. Number 4 to serve. Excellent defensive player. Spikes the ball when he's got a spike. That's a shank pass from the libero from the Mona campus. That is second shank pass. It is 12 serving 10. He had a number of errors in his warm-up as well. It's time to pass. The 4 to serve. He gives the ball to the libero. Libero, ball set on outside. It's a roll shot. It's a net violation from the St. Augustine team, which allows the Mona team to just reduce the margin of lead to 1 point. And if it is that they can reduce the margin of lead to 1 point, then we can maybe reduce the margin of error to 1 point. Or the St. Augustine team can decide that, hey, it's time for us to run away with this game. Very beautiful sport. Not many persons in Jamaica have the opportunity to play the game, but I'm telling you, if you want to take the vilest of man and make him channel his aggression in the right direction, allow him to play volleyball. If you want to develop his intelligence, let him play volleyball. These UWI games have been going on for quite a while, and it allows our region to interact with each other. Almost every single person here playing in these games are members of the Caribbean community. Not all of them are from the Caribbean community. Some of them are from the USA, some of them are from Europe, and some of them are even from Africa. Now, the most important thing, though, is that they are a part of the best family. They are a part of the UWI family. They are a part of a university that's rocking the top 5% in the world. They are a part of UWI. Be it KFL, be it St. Augustine, be it Mona, be it the open campus. And that's a beautiful shot from the number 4, the number 1, I should say, just now from the St. Augustine team. That pushes his team slightly ahead, 13-11. They are proud. No matter where you are from, you can stand and you can sing and say, from Caribbean Islands, Grenada and Belize, this is our university of the West Indies. It's 14 serving 11. St. Augustine leads. Number 12 to serve. Passes for the Mona campus. Number 1, number 19, number 5. Outside. And I would have made an error a while ago in citing our school song. I said from Grenada to Belize. It's from Guyana and Belize, actually. The song that ends every official function of the university. Serve from position 1 to position 5. Excellent set, excellent kill. And I keep seeing more and more of the ball this evening. It's almost as if both teams are teasing me to say, hey, can you manage to take peace? The answer is no, I'm overweight, I'm old also. 15 serving 12, approaching our second technical timeout of these UWI games for this set, this third set of the men's volleyball. The official calls for a screening. The 17 is asking, is it no not legal to screen? But I think the rule, if I'm remembering correctly, is that you are indeed allowed to screen. The only difference is that you are not allowed to move your screen. You can hold it. There is a particular time in the game whenever it is that you screen, it was a fault, because the player stands directly behind his opponent when he's serving, and then they have their hands, allowing the opposing team to not have the ability to see his arm swing or when the ball is actually leaving his hand. And if his players moving their arms as well, it becomes further difficult for them. So the officials believe that this is a disadvantage to the next team and should be practiced. So it's called screening. And he signaled screening just now. As a person who received almost every single serve, not a kind thing to do. Sets outside. And the one goes high off the block. After setter from the Mona campus, the number 25. Second technical timeout of the third set of these games. 16-13. Mona campus giving chase. Now, I've tried throughout all these games to ensure that my bias towards Mona is never heard or not seen. But if Mona is going to play, this is the ideal time of night for them to play. This is the evening for them to play. We train at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on a Monday, Wednesday, and from 3 to 6 on a Saturday. They are used to playing at this hour. The day may be different, but it's the same time of day. It's time for them to pull up the socks. It's time for them to play some volleyball and try and get back into this game. St. Augustine team is riding high. They are ready to say we have 2 sets on the board. Mona, you ain't getting another set on this board. Number 1 to serve, having an excellent second set. Didn't have the best of first set with a number of spikes into the net. He serves the number 5. Excellent player. Free ball. Number 5. The spike is down the line by the number 19 from the Mona team. And I dare say, if I was one of the persons deciding who get the positional awards in this tournament, I believe wholeheartedly he is the best outside attacker in these games so far. He may not get the gold medal, but I think he deserves to be an MVP. Shanked pass. Number 4 just now tried to return the pass. The number 1 enjoys serving a tough float serve to his opponent. And that's the thing about volleyball. If you're going to play tough, you need to be able to take it when it's dished at you. If you serve tough, you must be able to receive a tough serve. You spike tough, you must be able to defend a tough spike. 24 to serve from position 5. He squeezes the ball right down to position 1 to number 1 that is passing his position 1. And he's like, I did everything to take it up, but it just hit the roof. And I wouldn't blame him. As a matter of fact, I would not have blamed him just now. It's 16 all. St. Augustine takes a timeout. The fact is, the Mona campus needs a proper gymnasium. You watch the international game, you watch volleyball at its highest level, there is no spike that hits the roof. That's because they're playing in a modern gymnasium. We're still stuck in this era. But I guess it's 70 years of service, 70 years of leadership. Hope when we get to the 72nd, 73rd and beyond, we can have facilities that reflect our years of leadership and our years of service. I hope the Vice Chancellor is hearing me and all my other colleagues that I have worked with last year and the year before in administration. The CA, Grant is shading us and Grant is saying, let us give the Mona campus excellent facilities. You know how it goes. Access, alignment, and agility. 24 to serve, 16 all. He goes again to position 5. Ball set through the middle. There's a dig. Sets the ball outside. The number 19, as expected as usual, he spikes from position 4. He doesn't have the best of approach. He depends significantly on his spiking ability and his jumping ability. And he swings from 4 and he scores between position 5 and position 6 just now. The man called Morris Seeley to serve. Serves a float serve. He goes instead this time over to position 5 and 6, changing his serve. He was serving from position 5 to position 1, but this time he decided to go from 5 to 5 and the ball went outside, which brings the score to 17 all. Number 13 to serve. Float serve received by the 19. Number 15 just now, the man they called Cash from the Mona campus. Spiking through the middle, running the 6-1, scoring position 5. The captain is saying to his team, let's push on. 18 serving 17. Excellent game. There are more and more persons piling into the gymnasium. Number 19 with the block. He's starting enjoying himself. He's having a good game. And really and truly, I do hope that the players that are here from all the teams, not only for volleyball, but for track and field, for basketball, for table tennis, for lawn tennis, for hockey, for netball, and number 15 delivers another stop block. They are actually taking the time out to integrate with each other. These games were not originally organized by the Guild of Students, not the administration, to be solely about competition, but to promote regional integration. And I hope they're integrating each other and they're making lasting friendships. 25 to serve. From position 1 to position 6. The setter sets the ball outside to number 4. Number 4 uses the block. The libero was going for the ball just now, but he stopped. Signal to wipe the court. It's 18-20. 18 serving 20. The 17 to serve from the St. Augustine campus has an excellent float serve, consulting with his coach on the sideline, a man himself who enjoys jump serving the ball. Float serves when his team is in a very difficult position, but he's actually a jump server. Played against him before, hits the ball really hard. And if he's coaching now and I'm commentating, it tells you that either Grant is aging or he's just retired young. You pick one. The score is 18 serving 20, 17 to serve. Serves from 1 to position 1, received by the number 19. Ball is given to the number 15. There was an attempted block just now by the number 12, but the ball went outside. The score is 21 serving 18. Number 19 to serve. That's an excellent block. Defended very well by libero. 17 cents over free ball. Received by the Mona libero. Excellent pass there just now. And he's in the net. And I think he's having fun and they're laughing. The team is smiling, but guess what? The score is not a smile, it's not a score. I think at this time it's 19 serving 21. And the number 4 to serve, the most dangerous serve on that team. He serves a very strong float serve. Reminds me of the man who was assisting in commentary box on Saturday. Received. Shanked pass. The libero needs to have done better just now to defend that ball. The score is now 20 serving 21. They need to have a side out. If they don't get the side out, they need to get a kill. For all of those of you who are still here with us this evening online, welcome. To those who are just joining us and those of you who have been watching the match from start to finish and even the game before this, I know that you're having your popcorn, you may be drinking your beer, whether it be Stag, whether it be Banks, whether it be a Red Stripe. Guess what? Just enjoy the games. This is the UWI. This is our university. To Tevario. Spikes ball, comes off a block. There was an attempt to defensive play just now by the number 1 in position 4. Wasn't to be. The score is now 22 serving 20. Cash to serve. Playing against his former team. And 4 more noble portals our sons and daughters go. Excellent set. That's a beautiful set. That's even a better block. Rescue there just now. The referee calls a double. And as much much as though I'm a Mona man, I am not sure I am very appreciative of that double call just now. I mean, based on the situation, I would have allowed the double to, yeah, allow the game to flow. But it's 23 serving 20. But it's the man himself, War, our first official. And I keep seeing more and more of the volleyballs. It's almost as if there's some sort of magnet that's just saying, hey, you old boy, hey, you fat boy, get up and play. But retirement is retirement, and I'm enjoying it. 23 serving 20. In about 5 or so second time, you should hear the officials whistle saying 6 need to take the court. And I think we're about that time right now. Yes, time for 6 back on court. The score is 23-20. But most importantly, the score for this evening is 1 set, 1 set. 1 set to the Mona campus, 1 set to the St. Augustine campus. Serve from 1 to position 5. Received by number 1. Big set to position number 8. Technique area. Sets outside. Very low set to the number 5. There is a net violation there. It's a very clear net violation. It is game point 20 to the Mona campus. And, I mean, I would have said it that my first campus is the Mona campus. My second campus is the Cable campus. And it's not that I don't enjoy myself when I go to St. Augustine. It's not that I don't enjoy myself when I open campus hosted me. But it's just the fact that the gill and everything, it's a free ball. Sent over to position number 19. He passes ball, given to number, and he rolls the ball. Received by number 12. Ball set outside to number 1. It's a dink ball. Received. It's a dink set to number 19. And he spikes that one flush outside. There was no way that was coming to the court. Later on, I'll say to him that that spike have not landed as yet. It's still traveling. It's on its way to maybe St. Augustine to say to them that, hey, I spiked this ball from Mona. This is your chance to get a touch of the ball. And the score is 21-24. If there's one thing that the university allows you to do, the university allows you to be a regionalist. It allows you to not think of yourself. It allows you to think of your region. And this is our region. This is our university. Excellent pass. Set on the outside. And this gives the Mona campus 2 sets to 1. Game ended 25-21. First set, 25-23 in favor of St. Augustine. 25-18 in favor of the Mona campus. 25-21 in favor of the Mona campus. The supporters have come to life just now. Whether it's going to Tunapuna, going to Marcus Beach, going on the Gap, going on the Avenue, going to Devil's Bridge. Guess what? If you're from Antigua, you're from Trinidad, you're from Barbados, whether or not it's a job, whether or not you're a Grenadian, if it is that you're from Guyana, and just now when I say shouting out Guyana, I want to shout out my very good friend, my very good guild colleague that I met, the man called Eden Carbon. He plays no sport. I think he's the biggest regionalist I know. And in case you're wondering, the Mona campus is leading 2 sets to 1. The set ended just now 25-21. Eden Carbon actually messaged me very early out in my presidency to say he wants for me to give his countrymen an opportunity to organize themselves on campus. I was wondering, who is this person messaging me? And then he's like, I'm Eden Corbin, I'm a guild counselor as well, and he wants for the Guyanese students to have a club on campus, and I'm like, I'll work on it. And by the moment I landed in Trinidad, Friday evening, by the Saturday, he was saying to me, man, Grant, I hear you're the man, I message you, boy. I want my countryman to be organized, you know. And I can tell he's an excellent student leader. he ensures that he works, and whenever it is that he gets a chance to comment on regional issues and participate in youth discourse, he takes the opportunity. And I can tell you, from amongst the student leadership, from amongst the athletes participating now here in these games, and I know if I said it, but the man called Christian Atong, the man who is president until a few hours time, who is president until June 1 for the KVille campus. He's a Trinidadian. He's playing these games. I can say to you, the region is in good hands. And this is not me saying to our regional leaders that we are coming for the jobs. We're just saying, hey, ensure work's available for us. We are ready to move this region from where it was left by the man himself, Eric Williams, Grantley Adams, Norman Manley, Buster Manty, Gaston Brown, the man himself, the Guild president, 1967-68, Mona Campus, Ralph Gonzalez, longest serving premier in the Caribbean of St. Vincent. Kamala Prasad will say so. Huey Gradant as well. Ralph Gonzalez, we are ready to serve our university. Free ball to the Mona Campus. Part defended. Big set. Roll. Received by excellent defending there, excellent passing there just now. A visit is called just now by the second official. One serving, one Mona to serve again. One serve, Mona Campus. Excellent pass there from the number 5, the libero. Excellent set to the number 4. And that's a net violation, the number 15. And even before his teammate could get the opportunity to say, I didn't net, he was like, hey, I netted. It was a big net. It was a clear net. Even Stephen. It's just the sad part about these games is that we're trying to decide who wins. The most beautiful thing about the game, excellent pass, excellent big set. Off the block, received by the libero, set outside to the number 1. The double is called on the setter. This is indeed a double. He has to do a bit of introspecting, but he has been playing a very excellent volleyball these past few days. Float serve, received by the libero, beautiful pass, overpass. Can't afford those things. And the game is tall, and I can see the coach having a laugh there from St. Augustine. And on Sunday, when his team lost 3-0, and I saw him going up to the Rex Nettleford Hall, I said to him, I said, Sean, your team. And he's like, oh boy, I could take a rum or a beer right now. And I was like, I'll give you a rum or a beer, my friend. Strong pass. Free ball sent over by the Mona Campus. Ball set on the outside. That's a kill from the number 1. He's serving too. And I really hope it's not only the coaching staff that is enjoying the level of integration, regionalism that these games afford us, but the students are taking the opportunity as well to enjoy the interaction that is afforded to them, the regionalism that they are afforded to build, the sense of pride that they're allowed to have in their university. You are traveling, you are representing not only yourself, not only your country, not only your family, not only your campus, but you are representing the Caribbean. This is the Caribbean Olympics. If there was ever an Olympics in the Caribbean, this would be the Olympics, not Carifta. Not the world release that were held there a few years ago. Excellent serve. Sets through the backward. And that's an excellent defensive play. This is beautiful volleyball right here. That's a double. The referee calls a double. And there are times, though, that as a player, I say to myself that you are not the libero. You are not the setter. You want to volley the ball where you can get the most precision, but it's also one of the hardest skills to master. Just dig the ball across the net and say, hey, you better put up a block and get ready to block, and I get ready to defend. The score is 3-all, but most importantly is the set score, which is the Mona campus 2 sets, St. Augustine campus 1 set. And I did say we weren't going to see a 3-0 this evening. I predicted 5 sets, and if my predictions are correct, it then means that St. Augustine is expected to win this set. Excellent set. It's 4-3. Number 8 to serve from the St. Augustine campus. Player that I would have played against myself. He spikes, he sets. Not the best defensive player. Blocks as well. Float serve. Excellent pass there from the libero. Ball set on the outside. And that's a double. Score is 5-3. Number 19 receives. The number 13 is having a very beautiful game. He came in almost every set playing on the right side. This time around, he is in playing through the middle because of his blocking abilities. He got a touch on the ball just now. It just wasn't good enough for his team to help. Good pass there from the number 1. Number 8, killing through the seam. And I would have interviewed the number 15 earlier from the Cable campus. And he was saying to me that he enjoys hitting through the seam. It is something that he enjoys doing. And again, I'm touching the volleyball. Feels good on the arm, I can tell you. He's a serve. The attack. You have to fix those things as a blocker. 5-6. And I love the fact that even when the team trying to go at it with each other, the coach will have none of it and say, hey. He remembers that it's a team sport. Outside serve. It's been a while since you have one of those. 7-5. We're approaching our first technical timeout of this, our 4th set. And that's a touch. The score is now 6-7 in favor of the Mona campus. I remember back in 2016, I went to the St. Augustine campus for university meetings to plan the future of our students. And I decided that, hey, I'm going to go to volleyball training. And I went there and they were like, hey. Many of them were new students who have never seen me play before. And they're like, are you a student here? You should come to training. And I'm just like, I'm just here for a few days of meeting. And I'm just telling this to tell her that, yeah, I was actually good. And the score is 7-all. They call her for an out just now. Wasn't to be. Chang to pass. Just now from the number 1. Trying to explain himself to his team. No need to. Because the technical timeout triggered by the Mona campus. Samuel Rowe is here as well. Former GCC from the Elsa Learani Towers Hall. Served on the committee when I was GCC. Excellent sportsman, excellent student leader, excellent advocate. O'Neill Sinclair is here as well. I'm not seeing the man Kai Bridgewater. Very good friend of mine. Ensured I had an excellent birthday yesterday. And forgive me for not saying it earlier, but Renee Temple is in the building. She is at the wall, closest exit in the gym, wearing a purple jacket, black dress next to the young man in blue. Renee Temple would have been a part of one of the strongest national junior teams Jamaica has ever produced. She also played on the senior team from 2008 to 2017. She's a very strong outside attacker. You look on her now and you're like, you used to play, and she's like, I'm enjoying retirement. Excellent set. And that's a kill, using the block. I remember on Saturday, we were saying to her that you are now a volleyball mom, and she was like, I'm not a volleyball mom. I don't go to her games. I don't even tell her what to do. She have her coaches to do that. But big up yourself, Renee Temple. You are an excellent player, dynamic individual, excellent serve. Scores 8 all. Pass, 3 ball, pass by the libero. Sets going outside to number 4. Excellent block, set to the number 8. He goes on the line, he goes off the block. And Banga be like, it did touch you. 9, serving 8. The referee who have probably given me the most card in my playing life. Hey. 19 goes off the block. And I said it earlier that even though the 19 is not going to get a gold medal, he deserves to be awarded as the best outside attacker in these tournaments. He has been exceptional for his team in passing, in scoring, in attacking. He's been a good player. Excellent pass there from the number 5, the libero. Given to the number 8. Big play, sets. Big set by the libero. Now, as the libero, you are the second setter on the court. Hands down. You're not only passing defensive specialist. You are the second setter. If the setter plays the ball, if it's not directly in the palm of the opposite attacker, it's your job to set the ball. You cannot shank the ball in the middle of the court. You need to set the ball. Defended by the libero. Free ball sent over by the Mona setter. 10 serving 9. Free ball. The number 25, the setter from Mona campus, is out of position. He's supposed to be on the line, defending from outside in, not inside out. Receive, excellent pass there, ball set outside. Roll shot. Ball's given to number 1. Defended by the libero. Big set right there. I'm not sure just now who the setter was setting the ball to, but you would have expected for him to set the ball right then and there to the 19. That he did not do. The score is 12-9. I don't for one for my club mates from the Mona team to say I jinxed them, that I said they would play 5 sets. I don't want for them to say I said they would lose a 4th set. The score is 12-9. I just want to see good volleyball. I just want to see excellent volleyball being played. I think the future of volleyball in the Caribbean region rests in the hands of these young men playing here to this evening. Give and take, the young men who are on the bench now watching on the sideline from cable. There are persons from Bahamas that are not here. There are persons from St. Lucia that are not here. From Suriname that are not here. The volleyball in the region is going to develop. Most significantly, volleyball in the region is played at UWI. UWI is volleyball. This is the reason why it is one of the most keenly contested sports at these games. 12-9. Good serve, received by number 5. That is a massive of a spike just now from the 19. Now, I said it before, as a libero, you defend from the line. His foot is not even on the line. He needs to be on the line, thrown in the line. The number 19 then serves outside. So it's now 13 serving 12. But as a libero, you need to be on the line. It's even to get your left leg over the line. You can't be beaten on your left side as a libero. On your right side, yeah. On the left side, travesty. The 12 returns the favor to the 19. He serves outside. The man who formerly played for the Cable campus. And I must say, congratulations are in order for the Cable male volleyball team. They would have won the competition. And this is a travesty. This is atrocious. 3 serves outside. It's not a jump serve. It's a float serve. They're not serving hard. They're not serving tough. Why did that happen just now? It happened because the libero was spectating. The libero from Mona spectating the game just now. You pass. You need to run to position 5 to cover and defend if that's where you're covering, if you're not covering position 6. He was out of position. He was in no man land. The game is 15-11. Roll shot. Defended by the libero. Defended by ball sent over the net. Number 4 should have done better there just now. 12-7-15. We are nearing our second technical timeout. I mean, people look on at the game who don't understand the game, and this one was online, who may be saying, why is it that somebody's wearing an odd color jersey? He's wearing an odd color jersey because he's a passing and defensive specialist for his team. He is the libero. Mona has resorted to a chant that is coming out of Rex Neckerford Hall that says, I believe that, and whichever team that you're supporting would win. 12-15. St. Augustine is allowed them to cheer. St. Augustine will answer in a short while, 7 to serve from position 1. Serves over to position 5. The ball is inside. He gets an ace. 13-15. Approaching our second technical timeout. Number 8 from the scene. Goes outside. Number 4 is asking ideally to ask if there's a touch. Number 8 is saying there's a touch. His coach is telling him that there is no touch. And I mean, excellent pass from number 4. Beautiful pass. Good touch there just now. Big set. Free ball. The number 1 is out of position. He's the outside attacker that is in front court. He cannot be caught in the defensive play at position 6. He needs to be straddling the line at position 4. He put the defensive player, specialist, the number 5, the libero from St. Augustine, in pressure problem a while ago. It's 15-15. The next point brings us to a second technical timeout. He cannot afford to be doing that. He needs to give his teammates an opportunity to play and defend. He needs to play his position. He's been having an excellent game so far. But guess what? He needs to be disciplined. Discipline is very important. And I want to tell all of you, maybe one of the most disciplined institutions in the end. And that's a back set. Number 19 passes the ball. Sets outside. And that is a bounce from Tavara. He started the field again, number 5. One of the most disciplined institutions is a university that says there is a light that is rising from the west. The score is 16-15. We are at our second technical timeout for these volleyball games, the second male match of the evening. Our first official, Mr. Wow, our second official, Banga. Our line, our table officials are Dr. Sejiko Young, Seymour, and I'm also seeing the General Secretary for the Jamaica Volleyball Association at the desk as well. She's also a trained referee and she's wearing a referee shirt. So I don't think she's here as a representative from the Jamaica Volleyball Association, but as a referee. Welcome to her as well. I see a number of veterans here. And there's a young lady here that actually served the St. Augustine Guild, played volleyball for St. Augustine, came here to UWI Mona, plays for UWI Mona. She considers herself a full-fledged Pelican. Latoya, she's here. And she's also training. She must be conflicted. And it's a serve outside. The Mona is enjoying a number of service arrows. And I say enjoy because that's a load of sarcasm. There's no way you want to serve outside. You need to get the ball inside the court. You maybe want to serve outside when you're leading like by 12 points and you need 1 point to win and you carry a player off the bench and you want him to get the point to score. But other than that, you know, excellent foot serve. See by the 19, sets outside. Number 1, 2, 3. Sean is saying that is outside. He wouldn't have known he's high in the court. He's not on the baseline. The volleyball game has evolved so much where you no longer need to defend inside the court. When you're defending position 6, you need to be on the baseline. Excellent set. Big set. Approach. That's a block. Rescued. Number 1 sends over a free ball received by the captain, number 7. Sets outside. He hits the ball into the net. He's going down the line, but the ball is outside. It's 17 all. He was going for his shot down the line there a while ago. But I thought he was not gone flush for the line shot, but he would have gone for the shot going in between position 1 and position 6. The number 8 a while ago getting very animated to signal the referee that the court is wet and it needs to be wiped. Can't blame him. The man goggles asks to stay out of this, the set that decided whether or not we allow Grant to have his prediction of having 5 sets. You can see him leaning against the wall. I think he believes his tournament is over. 9 is there as well. The 10 is there as well. The 13 to serve. He's serving from position 1. The score is 17, serving 7. The supporters are getting more and more involved in the game. Mona supporters saying, I believe, 19 to receive. Ball set outside to 19. That is a double. It would have been an excellent defensive play. And there is Latoya running a pass and saying hi to me. She plays outside. She's a very strong volleyballer. She may not look it, but she plays 18-17. Not the best of float serve. 2 persons trying to pass 1 ball. Dumb set from the setter, received. Free ball sent over by the St. Augustine team. Sets going through the middle. And that is a kill. There was no block just now. The blocker was caught isolated. The blocker actually was heading on the outside, waiting for the ball to be set to the outside attacker in the front court, Mr. Shabar James, the number 19, who has been enjoying himself this evening. The score is 18-18, and you cannot blame him for committing to go and block that attacker because that attacker have been open in the court. The same young man that I've been saying deserves to be in the MVP lineup. The young lady, I need to actually remember her name. It's very poor of me to not remember her name. The second female GCC of the Mona campus. And just a little backstory. The Mona campus have never had in its 70 years a cultural and entertainment affairs chairperson that's a female. But most importantly, for the university, for the very first time in our illustrious history, we have 3 females serving as guild president. The lady herself, I am not even going to stop to tell you what just happened in the volleyball because it is most significant. Hear what? Thatcher, a Jamaican student in Kville, is incoming president for the Kville Guild of Students. She's a female. Christina Williams is the coming guild president from the Mona campus. Nikisha Janki in Tegan is the incoming guild president for the open campus. The university has 4 campuses. So, shout out to Mr. Sabero, who is the president for St. Augustine. He is the only male guild president for the academic year 2019-2020. And the university launched its gender policy in 2017. And guess what? We now have 3 female guild presidents. Roll shot from Shabar James from position 4 to position 4. Shabar is giving him momentum. He's trying to build him, hype him up. It's 21-19. I think my friends from Mona, my brother Karim and his colleagues, Sigri and all others want to say, Grant, we're not playing 5 sets. We only playing 4. We didn't even want to play 4. We want to play 3. The game is 21 serving 19. The Mona supporters are on a high. They believe that Mona will win. St. Augustine supporters are silent. And I, as a player, I love when my supporters, even when I'm down, are behind me and they're trying to push me to play harder. St. Augustine is not doing that for their team at this moment. You can hear it even in the vuvuzelas. I believe that Mona will win. I believe that Mona will win. This is not mean bias. This is just me catching on to the line because I know the chair. People, congratulations are also in order for the UWI female volleyball team. They will have secured the gold medal earlier today when they faced the Cable team. They won the game 3-1. Mona to serve. Serves in the net from the setter, Kamar Sikri, number 25. Most senior player for in the UWI lineup. Not the most senior player on this UWI Intercampus team. I see the son of Dr. Santrika Young enjoying himself, working as a ball boy as well. Four to serve. Received. Sets on the outside. Received excellently by Libero. Sets on the outside. The game is 21-21. It's even. It's anybody's game at this moment. Mona needs 4. St. Augustine needs 4. St. Augustine gets a 4, goes to 5. So Mona gets a 4. The 4. And so the tally of the campus itself. It's good to see administrators getting so involved. The man David Megu, Happy Frog, Dapper, the infrastructure director from the campus. 4 pass. Big set outside. And that's a lift and double as well from the number 12. 22-21. 19 to serve. His on the job is to get the ball across the net. Tamika Jolly is also here, who has served as manager for this team for a number of years. She's taking the statistics. And if there's one thing I want for persons tuning in online to know is that this official believes in the region. I believe in our AAA strategic plan, access, alignment, and agility. And that's a kill. It's 22-22. Number 8 coming through with the kill just now. I also believe not only for volleyball to grow and develop in the region that University of the West Indies volleyball program has to be stronger. But I also believe is that if the region is going to grow, if the region is going to develop, if the Caribbean is going to be great, Mona, St. Augustine, Cable and the Open Campus must be key to those processes. They are key to the processes of development in the region. Mona to serve, 15. 23-22. Float serve, received by number 4. Excellent pass. Sets to the number 8. Free ball. Outside. Game point 22. I'm suspecting the timeout will be called as well. Timeout is not being called. 15 to serve. His only job is to get the ball across the net. And there are excellent times ahead for us as a campus. I'm on my feet. Ball set outside. There's a double. But the ball is received. Sigrid just now, they were depending on to set the ball. It's 23-24. The stands on the feet. The Mona supporters are on the feet. I'm on my feet, but just because I'm going to go to the camera shortly. But one thing is for sure, number 8 serves, strong float server. Serving from position 1. Received by the captain. Sets outside. And that's a kill. And the Mona team wins. Mona is on the court. And this game means a lot to them. The officials just now, the coaching staff, when I wanted to interview them earlier, was saying to me that they are waiting till the game is finished, but they gave the interview. I'll talk to them afterwards. And I didn't say it from Sunday to now, but the female coaching member from St. Augustine that is on the bench, Miss Cheryl Daly, is actually the mother of the libero from the Mona campus, Mr. Karim Mogg, the #1. And I'm not sure at this moment whether or not she is celebrating or she is mourning, because the team that she is leading in these games, the St. Augustine campus, just lost the volleyball game to the Mona campus. But her son, Mr. Karim Mogg, just won the game. Now, very exciting games, I tell you. I told you it was going to be exciting. I wanted to see 5 sets of volleyball. Maybe I'm a bit selfish, but they gave us 4 sets. And we must love our university. And to every single individual that have been playing a part or have played a part in ensuring that we have an excellent 2019 staging of these UWI Games, I say thank you to each and every one of you. You are doing your university a great service. You are kind to your university. You are living what we preach here. Together we can. You know, I'm almost tempted to start singing the university song. Somebody said last semester at an official UWI function, I was singing a song. It was a swearing ceremony for the principal, and he said, in a group, Grant is UWI. And when I sing the song, I don't just stand and say, I rock and sing because I enjoy it. And he say, let our big drum rolls loud and our steel pan ping in pong. And it says a lot because it's one region. It is our university. It is the University of the West Indies. And I'm joined now by the captain of the UWI volleyball team, Mr. Davoy Palmer, and I'm joined by Shavar James, the young man I was talking about earlier, and I said shouldn't be a part of this all-star team lineup. He has enjoyed the game while not getting the gold medal. He's been an excellent outside attacker. These are your first, and I'm joined by the man who won the competition with me. Davoy didn't win the competition with me, but I'm joined by Tavares. This is a way better showing from him, but let us not get into that sort of line. This is your first UWI Games. How has this been for you?
It's been a good experience. I mean, even though we didn't come out with the gold medal, but I mean, we take the positives out of it. But it's been a good round and trip all through the 3 games that we've played.
What you have to say for yourself?
Them dead! But it was a very good game. I mean, Keville got the better of us. That's why I didn't win the competition. But nevertheless, we played a very good game in St. Augustine and Keville match. But I'm very proud.
You're the captain of the team. You're the man who I enjoy saying on the sideline that this is my captain. How was the game for you?
Well, to be honest, the game was a good one. We kind of start out on a bad note, but as a captain, I pulled my team together and we managed to get the victory.
Yes. So the competition is over. Is there anything else to look forward that you're looking forward to as a team or as individual players for the rest of these games?
As in the rest of the UWI Games?
Yes.
Well, as an individual, I'm looking forward to some of my teammates getting individual awards, seeing that they have played so great.
So you say some of your teammates. You care to say which teammates think will get an individual award?
Well, I cannot say, but we'll see on the closing ceremony which one of our teammates will be getting an award.
Javali Clark, wherever you are, I'm shouting you out at this moment. Mr. Clark, for you.
Well, I mean, we should get some individual awards because we played a damn good game. I mean, very, very good. The guys, they came out and they showed their fight, and I just love it.
And I know this is your first game, but if there was something that you could say to all of UWI, to the entire Caribbean about UWI Games 2019, about University of the West Indies, what would you say?
Best university ever. This is one of the best games and best tournament I've ever played in all my years of playing volleyball. So I encourage anybody, all the volleyball lovers and players out there to come to this university to play such a tournament.
And enjoy the rest of the evening, gentlemen. And we say UWI, UWI, UWI. And there they go, finish it. We're going to be joined shortly by players from the St. Augustine team. And they have given us an excellent show in the number 8. Would have played against myself in 2017, and the number 8 is here. I remember playing against him in 2017. He was a setter. We went 5 sets in that game, and he's gone again to take another team photo. And I need to tell you that we must understand that the opportunity that this university is giving our students, it is one that is second to none. For Oxford and Cambridge to play games, they need to organize a competition that the entire England can play against each other. We just need to say, here what, all 4 campuses come together and let's have a carnival, and we have a carnival. The number 8 is here with us. I'm not sure who is the other player joining us from the St. Augustine team, but I've been saying it since Sunday when I saw him playing that I remember playing against him in 2017. He was a setter for the St. Augustine campus. Excellent float server, excellent spiker of the ball as well. He uses more brain than brain in playing the game. And I just want to get his views on how exactly it is that he views these games and what is it that he would change about the games in general. The number 4 also had an excellent game, excellent passer of the ball, excellent scorer of the ball. Now, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I would have played against you in 2017, but you weren't so pressured then. You were just a setter. You weren't playing on the right side.
What do you mean just the setter?
I mean.
The setter is the
It's
mastermind.
the master of the entire game.
Yeah.
But I mean, in 2017, you weren't moving from one position to another. You know, your job was to direct the affairs of the entire spiking unit. This time around, you played as setter, you played as right side. How does it feel having so much burden on your shoulder as a player?
I don't really see it as a burden. Since I started playing volleyball, my goal was always to be as versatile as possible. So I'm what you would call a utility player or a universal player. And at the beginning of this season, I went to coach and I told him, Coach, I know my preference is setting, but whatever the team needs, I'm willing to fill that role.
And you are not the tallest of attackers. I hope my coach is seeing that I cannot only play the beer at my height. You have had an exceptional tournament, especially in scoring for your team. How is it that you have been enjoying this 2019 UWI Games?
I really enjoyed the 2019 UWI Games. I find that my teams play exceptionally well, and we really put our best foot forward in this tournament. And I really enjoyed playing with the team. Even though we lost today, I still think it's a victory for the team. We built chemistry, we worked together, so it was very good.
Because I know that the coaching staff from both teams have an excellent relationship. And to me, it seems as if both teams played with a lot of respect for each other. How did that relationship between the Mona and St. Augustine campus factor into how is it that you guys prepared for this game?
Well, I think that relationship really helped us prepare for the game because we really did not underestimate the Mona team. We knew that they were gonna come. We knew that they were gonna come strong today, and we came just as strong. So that relationship really fostered that between us.
If you were supposed to say to UWI, not St. Augustine, not Mona, not Kevin, not the Open campus, about these UWI Games and to give them a message, what would you say to the campus, to the entire university?
I would say that tonight's match is the perfect example of what UWI Games is supposed to be. As you said, both teams play with a lot of heart, a lot of fire, a lot of passion, but with a lot of mutual respect for each other. Both sets of fans were going at each other hard, but whatever fire there is left on the court, and then after it's left on the court, that's it, because at the end of the day, we're one UWI, and that's what the games is about. It's supposed to be about.
And it's my pleasure having you here at the Mona campus. I enjoy seeing both of you play. I need you to say to my coach, say to Mr. Banks and see, let him spike. We have finals coming up on the weekend for Club League. Say to him, let him go and play outside.
Let him spike.
And gentlemen, enjoy the rest of the island while you're still here. Nice having you here for UWI Games 2019. And you just know it's one university. Access, alignment, and agility. And have fun, clean game. I love seeing both of you play. Probably one of the most versatile players in this entire competition. Good having you here, sir.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And there you have it. We just saw the final game for this staging of the UWI Games 2019 in the volleyball section. And we have here Mr. Sean. And he fancies himself also as a photographer, but he's an outside attacker. Every now and again goes on the right side. How was this game for you?
It was a good game, man. Again, same as the woman game against Mona. We started off real good, playing a consistent game, and the crucial part of the game, nerves got the better of us.
Yeah, and seeing that you're basically now you have a lot of time to enjoy the island. This is your second home. Any other plans outside of coming and supporting other teams?
Tomorrow, Ochi, a little party, something. I'm enjoy before I leave on Saturday.
All the best, sir. And
Thanks,
always a
man.
pleasure having you. And I know that outside of your team in Trinidad, I know that the UWI Mona Volleyball Club is your
Family,
second
yeah,
team,
man.
family. And it's a pleasure having you here, sir.
Thanks, man.
And all the best.
I'll be back in November for the UWI tournament. So,
Pleasure seeing you.
See you, man. Take care.
And there you have it, an excellent regionalist. And I tell you that these games, as you're seeing them, they are not only geared at ensuring that we play sport, it promotes regional integration. And I don't people understand the level of participation, the level of integration that the university is allowing for our students, is allowing for the region. This is our university, ranked in the top 5% in the world of all universities. It is no plaything. It is no small feat. We are not only about research. We are not only about academics. We only don't complain about the registration. We are a university that cares about the region. We care about our people. And join us again tomorrow for more games, more action, as we prove to you why UWI is UWI and why UWI is the choice for most persons within the Caribbean, and why we say one love and why we say one Caribbean regional integration. UWI Games 2019, hosted by the Mona campus.